Okay, it is December 23rd, 2014, and John Nightingale and I are out at Sspopiikimi. He'd asked me to come out and look at some of the waterfowl who are congregating here on the south spring in the pond. And the little one, who I think was photographed and videoed the other week, the one that I figured to be a teal, is not here, but there is a very strange anomaly, to me at least, in the 8 years I've been surveying this place. There's an American Wigeon couple here. You can see the male very distinctly right there, and there's a female there as well, which I've never seen in the winter like this. I've always seen there's a group of mostly American Wigeons with one pair of Eurasian Wigeons that comes through right before or right as we're starting to get the real cold snap, and then at the end of winter as well they're coming back. But here we are in Sspopiikimi, which is the third winter moon, the solstice moon, and we have an American Wigeon. That's weird.
The female was right next to it, I think, on the far shore. As the male went to the far shore, there's a bird hugging the shore there.
Yeah, I see her here. Yeah, she's got a little bit of a different look from the mallard females.
Is that? Oh, that's a muskrat, I think, eh? Coming over.
Oh, yeah, hey?
Yeah, I think so. He was going in the opposite direction before.
He dove.
Yeah. Now the little duck was separated yesterday, and it was in those reeds, you know, to the left there,
right
in the water. So I don't know whether it's hiding on the...
It could be hiding. It was kind of a little bit separated the last time I came out here and saw it too, which was 2 visits ago, so 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was that recently that you did that video.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago I saw that little duck, and I just got lucky while I was waiting around here photographing her, trying to figure her out, that she stretched her leg and displayed her her wing bar. Now we're quite a bit closer. I think if she was in the reeds now, she'd come out.
I wonder why it's separated. It's gone because obviously it was at home with these ducks.
We're no golden-eye Zermergansers. So today we're seeing 2 males, 1 female golden-eye, and a male merganser. Here on the so-called Old Man River. Wigeon.
That's nappy, isn't it, in Blackfoot?
Yeah, that is, but where in the Blackfoot way of naming these rivers, where the Old Man River meets the Belly River, it's actually the Belly River that continues rather than the Old Man.
Oh.
So here in Blackfoot, it's still considered the Belly River.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting, because, you know, I have a feeling on some of the old maps, this is called the Belly.
Yeah.
On, you know, the old survey maps.
Yeah, that's how it's called in the Blackfoot way. Just in search of the great horned owl now. This is kind of a preliminary run we're doing today for the Lethbridge Christmas bird count, which is actually on the 28th. I think I said the 23rd on my last video. It's going to be on the 28th. So it's about 6 days away. trying to figure out where everything is before that day comes. Oh, there we go. Just keeps kind of like peeking out from the side. We got a downy woodpecker working this tree over here.
You hear it?
Yeah.
I find them so tame.
Yeah,
The feeders.
them and the chickadees. Oh,
And the chickadees, but the nuthatches.
oh yeah.
I can walk right up to them, literally about this far from the suets,
Right.
and they just sit there, usually upside down, completely well, not oblivious. They know I'm there, but they're very, very trusting.
It's the female downy. She doesn't have a red crest
And at the back of the neck
marking.
as well, isn't it?
Yeah, the back of the neck is mainly. And she got the shorter beak. We had a hairy woodpecker here 2 weeks ago. It has a larger bill. It's a little bit larger size of a bird too, but same body markings otherwise, same fletching.
So it turns like a U-loop.
In the distance, that one that is low, the low side branch.
Okay, I'll risk this just a minute. Right there, the U-loop. There.
Oh,
finally.
there.
There it is. Coming over.
I wonder if that's the one I was hearing the other week.
Yeah.
Last week I was hearing a strange sound in this forest main. I was trying to track it down, and it looked to me from a far distance by a flicker, which a shrike kind of does.
Yeah, this is definitely a shrike. So would this be a northern or a loggerhead? I can never remember which one we... This had a nice... Well, they both got black bands, but it extends...
There he is.
Yeah. Let's see if I can...
Dang, I'd like to get him on film. I know, what's his name, Ken Orr finds shrikes over here
Yeah.
fairly routinely, but I never see them.
It's too far from the camera.
There he is. See him up there? Now these are the birds that will catch others
And impale them.
and impale them.
A similar bird in Australia, similar, probably related somewhere along the line. They call them butcher birds for that same reason.
Somebody's purple panties. That's litter, John, I think.
Oh, be my guest.
You're gonna clean it up, right?
There. Is that a bra? What the heck is that?
That's a good question. Could be. Could be. It looks like it. Polka dot bra to go with the purple panties. You think this was a Hutterite?
I'll bring, I've got an extendable pole, I'll retrieve them.
No, just leave them, man. That's cool. I'm hoping that QuickTime is able to record this image somewhat accurately. This is what I believe to be a very young six-spotted fishing spider. Toward the end of our visit at Sspopiikimi, John Nightingale and I went out onto the ice in the North Pond in the bulrush and cattail reeds, where last week I was seeing those very, very tiny beetles and those plant hopper nymphs. And we didn't find any beetles. However, we did find several of the plant hopper nymphs. Some of them were frozen. Some of them were still active, even though it was much colder today than it was last Thursday. We also found this spider who was about the same size as the nymphs and equally active. And just looking at its patterning, I'm pretty sure, I'd say like 90% sure, that this is a very young six-spotted fishing spider. I haven't got any confirmation of that yet, but that's what I'm putting out there as of today. And it just surprises me out there this afternoon when it was so cold. I mean, it wasn't like 20 degrees below or whatever, but it was definitely at or below zero. And we still had these tiny, tiny species able to be alive and alert right on the ice. And so nature's amazing. And yeah, so this is just the image that I took today that I wanted to share as a kind of a closing to the few video segments that I took while we were out there this afternoon.